Hello again, everybody. Welcome back, one and all. Last time we tried the bottom path, but there is still a top path that we could have taken in the prologue chapter. So tonight, we're going to be back once again in the prologue to show you the alternative path along with some extras. The first point of call is the Shadow Rise base camp, the top path's version of the base camp on the beach. Similarly to the treasure down there is a treasure back here as well, this wrecked trailer. This one doesn't have a segment recon attached to it, however. You get experience, credits, and also a scouter from that. First bit of headway we're going to get. Don't be fooled by Elmer's warning. This upper path is what I consider to be the more troublesome of the two paths you can take. Vortexes down on the beach, while they are higher level than what's up here, they're not interested in you unless you provoke them yourself. You can quite easily traverse the beach and not get into any fights at all, apart from any you start yourself. The top path, by contrast, has got multiple indigent varieties that do have detection types, and will instigate combat if they see or hear you, like this one keeled over on the path here. A brass suet, that eye marker indicating they detect my sight. Let's give it a go. Suets, they aren't as tough as Vortexes individually, but they can be dangerous if there's more than one. They can also inflict physical resistance down, similar to Vortexes with Viscid Acid. And they've got physical arts that can complement the debuff.
They'll follow with some gunfire. Victory is ours.
We got it. Let's move.
Even though they're non-aggressive, you've got these hulking giants, these magnificent beasts, wood lepics. This indigen's in its own league, compared to everything else we've seen. And of course, we're going to give it a go. This indigen's got a bunch of HP and a number of powerful debilitative arts, but they do have a few caveats. They're very slow, so the damage they deal comes more in chunks than in quick succession. Their arts also have got long windups, like this one, and if you time your staggers and your topples well, you can interrupt the art casts. Many of the arts don't specifically target the player, and they can be avoided if you position yourself correctly, like I did when I used body press. You saw Elmer got hit by that attack and got hit by stagger, so doing that, as well as timing your interrupts and coming in with buffs, can make it easy. But even with all that battle knowledge, Lepixes do tend to be responsible for my first KO in the game, and it seems that tradition is going to die here. I'm down, but it's low, and Elmer's still up. Perhaps she can finish it off. Can you, Elmer? Can you finish it off? Yes, you can. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one. It wasn't actually my first KO on this playthrough, but it was technically my second. My first one was off screen a little earlier on in my recording, and later on in the video I'm going to show you how it happened, because it's pretty funny. More suets as we continue. Not all suets are aggressive. Some of them passing by here didn't have any detection. That is because suets, these pigs, are gender dimorphic, and only the males are territorial and aggressive. The feminine suets, the more maroonish coloured ones, are docile. We've drawn the ire of this one's mate, unfortunately. We don't want to go down this path to the lake. It's got higher level indigens down that way. But we do want to grab this white whale debris that's on top of the cliff and complete the segment recon while we're at it. That's not going to mean anything just now, and neither is the mining probe that we get from this. You can differentiate male and female suets as well by whether they've got drooped hair on their backs or if they've got crests.
As you wish.
I thought we were out of detection range, but it seems this small child suet wanted a piece of us, and he's called in his mum to help him out.
My focus is improving. It's time.
But he's not long for this world, and soon neither will be his parent.
All this experience just serves to make me stronger.
Another treasure sits on this little promontory on the edge, covered by a couple of roaches during the night. This one, usual bonuses, you get an assault rifle from it. And based on the height of the sun, I think it's about to be nighttime, which means I can segue pretty neatly into the alternative state that this upper path can be in, because Sewids aren't the only indigents you can find up here. If you dawdle too long on Shadow Rise so that it turns to night, the Sewids will retire, and a different indigent comes out to play. These Nocturnal Vespers are inherently aggressive, and they detect by sound. You can see the icon up there. Sound detection is a sphere around the individual rather than a frontal cone like sight is, and because of how narrow these rock bridges are, it's impossible to run past these Vespers without aggroing them as you pass. Vespers, they're not that strong. You can deal with them fairly easily, it's just they will always attack in numbers, and usually there's a pair of them. They're in pairs along this path. So you're normally going to draw the ire of multiple. Let's take this one down. They've also got some nasty debuffing arts. Vespers are designed to be annoying, and it's going to be virtually impossible to avoid any fights along Shadow Rise without slowing your pace right down to be quiet.
It didn't have to be like
Believe me, this is not the last we'll see of these Vespers. We've drawn the aggro of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 5, 6. Let's turn back and see. Yeah, that's a lot of aggro. Let's just run away, shall we? Ooh. Back on the beach at night, and Seculars come out to buzz around and spread their beautiful, what look like ether particles in the sky. Being airborne, you need to bring them down to your level first. Ranged arts are obviously more reliable. And Seculars, they're not strong at all. They do have some debilitating arts that make group fights very difficult though, because you can encounter a lot of these altogether if you're not careful. By themselves, however, no threat. They're pushovers. Just break their appendages, that gets rid of their debilitating arts. They're not hard indigents. Now to show you where I actually died. Back in Starfall Basin, the Potamuses that were asleep during the night, they're now awake and active. Let's fight one of them for the road as well. Potamuses can be tough. Those back humps, they do pack thermal damaging arts, and they've got another art that inflicts knockback. But this was not the indigent that got me.
I can't let this new strength.
Instead, I want you to follow me up to this meadow where this docile feminist Sewid is truffling about. I decide I'm going to pick a fight with her, thinking
Let's see what
one Sewid should be a walk in the park. It's only level 3. And this is what happened.
Sliding slinger. Now, melee attacks.
Assault hammer!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
I have to stay.
My adrenaline's rising.
I don't like where this is.
Sliding slinger. Side slash.
I have to keep.
Just goes to show, pay attention.
I'm in trouble.
Pay attention to how many enemy icons are marked up. That Sewid was a group fight.
Early bird.
You target one, you target all her girlfriends.
I'm sorry.
Last but not least, while I was patrolling the shore, it dawned today again, and I was greeted with this beautiful aurora over the land bridges, over the rock bridges, and over Primordia. And I wanted to show you that as well. But with that, that's everything I wanted to show. Nothing else of note on the path up here. You've got Sewids, Vespers, Lepixes, and then it's just a straightforward shot to the west gate, and we're back where we were. Thank you for tuning in to this little bonus episode, showing you the alternative path through the prologue. Now, forwards in time, back to Chapter 1 and New LA.